Look at you all on time. Give thanks. Give thanks. Welcome, welcome. Pray that all is well. Happy solstice. Please let me know how my sound is. Let me know if you can hear me. Let me know if you can hear me okay. The chat room is open. Give thanks. One of my favorite days, summer solstice. And we're going to have a good time. Let me know how's my sound, y'all. Okay. All right. Janitha said, here's okay. Peace, Janitha. How are you? Welcome in. Hey, Queen. Hey. Greetings. Greetings, greetings. We're just going to wait for a little while to let people tune in. Wonderful. I'm seeing all is well. Let me see something real quick. 1 second, y'all. I just wanted to make sure my do not disturb is on. So we are not disturbed. Greetings, greetings. Hey, y'all know this is one of my first YouTube lives. And I have been inspired by some of the members and some of the people who tune in regularly on Sundays to use YouTube a little bit more. And so here I am. So thank y'all for tuning in. I hope it was easy for you to get on the link. I pray that it was easy. It wasn't difficult. Greetings, JoJo. There's a slight feedback hum noise. You still hear that? Don't know what that's all about. Let's see. I don't know what that could be. Does anyone else hear that noise? Besides my AC pumping in the background. I'm not sure what that could be. She said, very easy, beautiful. Good, okay, well, I might be convinced that YouTube is our way to go to hang out a little bit more often. Is this anyone's first time tuning in to my meditations? If so, let me know. I would love to know. I would also love to hear if anybody else hear that feedback that I saw someone else mention. We're just waiting a few more minutes just to see if more people want to tune in. Do me a favor, everyone who's tuned in right now, if you would, please copy that link. Copy the link to this live and share it with at least 2 people. Can we do that? Copy the link where we're at right now and share it with 2 people. Would you mind? All right, we got 26 people in. We're gonna get started in about 5 more minutes. Can y'all let me know who's on the line? Shout out to all the members on the line. Anybody new here? Where are we from? Who do we have in the building tonight? I just like to connect as much as possible. Peace, peace. Oh, that's why I'm not seeing peace and love. This is Kumani. Hey, Kumani. Okay, Leslie, this is your first time. Peace. I'm seeing members in the building. It's a slight static, but it's very slight and nothing big. Okay. Okay. Sounds like static. Ugh. I want the static to go away. Not sure what that would be. Okay. Okay. As long as I sound clear. Very easy to join, Shireen. Hey, Shireen. Peace, Lauren. Allah, give thanks for you being able to join this evening. Yes, sis, it's been a minute. Greetings, greetings. Hey, hey, Isaiah. Hey, Shantivia. Peace, peace. It's the high vibration. I'll accept that. It's the high vibration. Ah, Libra in the building. Sending love from Guam. Give thanks you were able to tune in, sis. Checking in from Hot Atlanta. Okay. Hashtag immerse member. Give thanks. Shout out to all of my Thrive group members who are on. I saw a few of you all. Shout out to my Immerse group members. I see you all in the building. And shout out to just all of my people who, you know, support your sister and OU Ministries. I really give thanks for you. I give thanks for this opportunity to come forward for everyone here. Greetings, Myra. Greetings, Dr. K. Oh, Erica. Hey, girl. Hey. I give thanks for the opportunity to come forward. I have been inspired to do more here on my YouTube channel. And so this is one of my first lives here. So give thanks. And it is fitting for it to be the summer solstice. And you all know, since I have been doing these public meditations, I have been encouraging individuals to tune in to the moon cycles and tune in to the season changes. You know, when you really tune into these energies and you use them intentionally, you can really see a profound understanding happen within yourself, about life, about the seasons, and what is in alignment with you. What are your divine assignments? And so this is why I do them. I tune in, you know, I pay attention to what season it is, what cycle it is, and then I ask myself specific questions in alignment with that. You know, I begin to do that introspection work, and with that introspection work comes the healing, the change of mindset, the releasing of things that are keeping you stagnant. So it's really the introspection work. And so that's what these meditation sessions are for, is for the introspection work, is to be able to tune into our divine assignments for these seasons, and also for us to create an atmosphere, an energetic atmosphere for us to stay in alignment with our peace, with our power, with our joy, with our happiness, with our abundance, which is essentially us staying in alignment with the reality of our divinity. And the reality of our divinity is in full alignment with the reality of God, what we call God. Okay? The presence of God resides within you, and it manifests as that inner peace that you can tap into when you still the mind, lighten the heart. It manifests as inner guidance. It manifests as intuition. It manifests as divine, divine guidance, divine providence, divine inspirations. That's what it manifests as, that presence of God that's right here in the center of you. And so oftentimes we kind of get too caught up in the external, where we begin to believe that the external are these concrete entrapments in our lives. And it is not so. No matter what circumstance or situation you're facing, it is not a reality that anything is concrete. And entrapment is an illusion always, no matter what is happening. And it's really up to you to remember what you are as a divine being. And as a divine being, you are limitless. You have access to dormant potentiality. But the beautiful thing about being a divine being that is having a human experience is that you have a consciousness. You know, you have the power of the word. You have the power of your prayers, your voice. And it's for you to speak the word. Use your words as your wands. It's for you to govern your mind. It's for you to govern your feelings. It's for you to consciously be in tune with yourself so that you can govern what we call these disciplines, and in the Bible are called disciples. You can govern them so that they are raised up to a higher frequency, so that you are moving in a divine will and not your will. You're moving with divine zeal and not the egoic zeal. You know, you're moving in divine faith and not the faith in what you see, but faith in what you know to be truth about your divinity and about the reality of God. And so when you tune into these seasons, you can just be in remembrance of all of these things, and then also tune in to what is happening around you. You know, as above, so below. So what's happening cosmically and what's happening right here in nature. All right, so give thanks. We give thanks. We're going to go ahead and get started. We give thanks for this moment in time for us to come together as light minds, giving thanks and honoring this season change, giving thanks for our lives, our health, our strength, giving thanks for the privilege to be divine beings. We are speaking that a perfect word will be spoken this evening, will be channeled this evening, a word that we can walk with, a word that can help to center our minds, center our hearts in the reality of God. We give thanks in advance for that word and for this time being fruitful for us. Ashe, ashe, asheo, amen. Amen, amen, amen. All right. Let's get into it. All right. So, you know, summertime, it is middle, you know, we talk about the summertime being the middle of the year. You know, this is a time after the spring, which in the spring, there was so much new growth and new birthing going on. Summertime is a harvest time. You'll start seeing people throwing all of the harvest festivals and really celebrating. So summertime is absolutely a solar plexus type energy. You have that fire energy, that very active energy. And so it is one of those times where it would be beautiful for you to shine your light, for you to truly shine your light. And one of the best ways for you to shine your light is for you to remember what you are as a divine being. Because the only reason why our light begins to dim is when we forget. Is when we forget. What does that forget look like? That forgetting look like? That forgetting looks like you know, facing your life's circumstances, situation, even your goals, your dreams, your visions, and you begin to get caught up in them. And one of the main things that make us get caught up in it, is what we see. So I pray that you have something that you can write notes. One of the first things I want you to write down is go beyond what you see. Allow yourself to transcend what you see with your physical eyes so that you can be able to tune in with your divine eye. Transcend what you see with your physical eyes. Tune in with your divine eye. Tune in with your divine eye. This makes it where no matter what's happening, it could be a lot of people dealing with the same situation, but you deal with it differently because you see it differently. And to see it differently means you have a different level of understanding. You hear it differently. You comprehend what's going on differently. And that differently is most likely going to be on the higher side, the higher vibrational side. Because here's the secret. Here's the tea. Y'all ready? This notion of right and wrong, it has been a big issue with us for a long time. As soon as you begin to judge, pass judgment, specifically judging something bad or wrong or failure or those type of things, now you move yourself out of the reality of divinity, out of the reality of God. Because the reality is all is good. All is God. God is good. So all is good. All is good. No matter what it looks like. And listen, I'm not here to argue with you. I know you may say, well, Queen, let me tell you about this and this and this. I can really lay it all out so you can really see how it's not good. All works together for the good. The nature of life is calibrating and moving towards wholeness, newness, wellness, coming together. That's the nature of life. And so no matter what things look like, it's all moving towards wholeness. It's all moving towards coming back to the source of divinity. So we as co-creators, we could benefit from as we walk our journeys, as we walk our paths, and we're dealing with circumstances and situations and working towards our goals and our visions and our dreams and all these different type of things, is to stay on the optimistic side. Stay on the side of looking for the good in things. Oh, you get on my nerves. Is everything good? All you see is good. You don't see no bad in nothing. I would suggest that you strive to look for the good. Because what you're looking for is looking for you. If you strive to look for the good, good is what you're going to see. You're going to see it. And the more you affirm it, the more you look for it, the more you stay optimistic in it, that's what you're going to experience. Basic law of attraction. But this is just the reality of how life works. So that's firstly, I want you to know, listen, transcend these eyes. Because that gets us caught up in the external world. Well, we could be praying and affirming and just trying to be, we just going at meditating. We're feeling good. We're feeling great. We're feeling optimistic. Oh, we got mantras going. Oh, that don't apply to me. It doesn't apply to me. All is always working out in my favor. God is my, we could just be going on and on. And then something happen. We see something happen. We see an email. We see something happen to somebody else. And then there we go. Then we fall off. All right, next one. We're talking about these senses here. Govern what you hear. Govern what you hear. All right. I didn't tell y'all to wear y'all boots to this session, but I might be stepping on some toes now. Some of y'all love to call them people who always got something to say that's negative. Or they always gonna cater to your doubtful side. Girl, I know you can be logical, so let me call you. I just wanted to reason with you. I want to look at all sides of it. Bro, can you help me see this side? And let what you think? What you think? So not only do some of you all like to call that person who going, and a lot of times you making that call because you have some level of ego in it, and so you want somebody to validate the ego, the egoic thoughts and feelings and all of that you have. I didn't mean to, sis. I warned you. I put a disclaimer out. I'm about to step on some toes. You got some doubts and fears that you don't want to be disciplined and take accountability to renunciate. Because sometimes renunciation is tough. You just want to doubt. You just want to fear. You just want to self-loathe. So now that's one side of the fence. Now, the other one is those of you who don't have enough confidence in yourself that you feel you have to call 2 or 3 people before you are validated enough to move forward. Well, the Most High don't make a conference call when the calling comes. The calling was for you. It wasn't a conference call. But you want to call 2, 3 people. Them people can't possibly know everything that's involved in that calling on your life. That calling could have started with your great-great-great-great-grandmama. Or that calling could be in alignment with several things involved in what's coming in your life, that which we call the future. Additionally, we are all universes. All of us are our own individual universe, meaning we got a lot going on in our lives. So you may come to me with your calling, with your divine inspired idea, and it may sound wonderful to you. You got it. It feels good. But when you bring it to me, it's clashing and resisting against what I got going on in my universe. And so now, although I don't mean you no harm, and I might be as smart as you feel that I am, I might be in tune as you feel that I am, I can't help validate you for that calling or divine inspiration because I wasn't the one that was called. And I got all of my own stuff going on. Y'all with me? So, govern the ears. Stop feeling like you got to call 2, 3, 4, 5 people to move forward on those things that the Most High is inspiring you to do. If you're having a very difficult time doing that, then you got to work on building up your faith, your trust. I remember one time I was sitting journaling one time during my morning journaling, and I came to a revelation after some weeks of just contemplation and introspection work. So I need to work on my trust. And so I asked myself, I said, well, what is trust? What does it mean to trust? Then I asked myself, have I ever experienced trust? Is there anyone or anything that I trust, that I can say that I trust? And then I asked myself, how did I get to a place where I could trust that person? And the revelation was, well, I had to first allow the person to show themselves to me. So that means I had to give room. I had to discipline myself. I was thinking of my son as he was growing up, because as mamas, we want to always coddle them, and we don't trust that they could, handle certain things and all of that. But I began to allow certain room for him to show me that he can be trusted in certain areas. So one, I had to allow the space. Allow the room for the Most High to work in your life. Stop being doubtful. You got to discipline. I had to discipline myself as a mama. Of course, any mamas on the line, I had to stop. I had to stop myself from interrupting certain processes, interjecting myself into things. So one, I had to allow the room. Stop interjecting in God's work in your life. And for those who are new here, God is not separate from you. God is not a person in the sky that is there condemning you and judging you. God is a reality. God is principle. God is a nature. So this thing we call God is a set of laws, a set of principles, a set of understandings. That's what it is. Life force energy. It is the creator of all things. This flow of energy that has what we call laws connected to them, principles connected to them. And all of those principles, laws, however we want to call them, they all are in alignment with infinite potential, infinite healing, infinite expansion. And if you want to see a physical example of God in action or God in physical form, I always say, spend some time in nature. Spend some time in nature. You can begin to see the patterns of this thing we call God in physical formation. Okay, but you can also see that in your life. And so people have named them principles. They've come up with these different principles that describe God. They come up with these list of aspects that describes God. They have become names of God. So you can find names of God, like in the Islamic faith, the 99 names of Allah, like the Hebrew names, like the different names that you can find. All of these things are to help you to wrap your mind around what this reality is. Okay? And so now back to what I was saying. Stop interjecting. Allow it. Allow it to happen. Allow this thing we call God to work itself in your situation and circumstances. Then, as a mama, not only did I have to allow it, but I had to allow it over and over and over again. I couldn't just do it a couple times and trust it, I noticed. So I had to just keep. Now that really ramped up when he became a teenager and started using the car. Ooh, child. That was tough. That was tough right there. Trusting that he will be safe with the car. Trusting that he will make the right decisions with going out with his friends. Trusting that he will make the right decision with what time he chooses to go home, because I'm not micromanaging. And I'm not giving you a curfew. I want to see what you think you should be. What you find is the right time you should be walking into this door. I had to let it happen over and over and over again. Now, once I allowed the space, allowed it over and over again, was able to observe that he was on point, the trust began to build. Now, this is just in my reflection on trust that truly helped me to understand how I was going to allow myself to be able to build that trust in the unseen, build that trust in God, build that trust in my divinity. I had to allow it. So I had to obey my intuition, whether my logical mind, my left brain wanted to argue with it or not. I had to just follow it. I had to blind faith some stuff. I had to after a while, the trust just become one with the trust. And then you just begin to realize, okay, as a co-creator in this process, it's just my job to keep my heart light, govern my thoughts, govern my feelings, affirm, pray, renunciate, be positive, seek peace, seek serenity, seek love, go to sleep and start over. If you just can't, if you just can't tame them thoughts, you just realize that as your job as co-creator is just to govern yourself. The self that the Almighty is expressing itself in and through. Govern it. All right. So my first point was transcend the eyes, the physical eyes. See things through the divine eye. Govern what you're hearing. So you can guess where I'm about to head now, right? Transcend what you're seeing. Stop letting everything you see or think you see throw you off. Govern your ears. Some of us listen to way too much social media news, Way too much social media information. Way too much social media stuff. That's all jumbled up in the mind chatter of the collective. Fear-based, greed-based, just so stuck in third dimension. And it's the time of elevation now. We headed towards fifth dimension. Come up off these third dimensional conversations and chat rooms and posts and all these different type of things. And it could be subtle that what you're hearing is impacting your subconscious and your consciousness in a negative way, in a negating way. You could think you're listening to something. Let's just say you listening to a 30-minute lecture on, I don't know, something about wellness. Depending on how they're talking, you may subtly be programmed to be afraid that you are ill. You may subtly be programmed that your body is not by itself working to heal itself. So now you caught up thinking you got to go do this, you got to do this, I ain't doing enough, I need to do better, You just when it's better for you to turn all that off, sit with yourself, appreciate that you have this divine body, this divine temple that is programmed just like the caterpillar in the chrysalis stage to unfold in a perfect way, has in its DNA everything that it needs to heal. You do that and you affirm that and you speak that over your life and you speak that to yourself, program that in your subconscious, you will be guided to the right way that you need to go for what you need for your wellness. You don't have to watch 10 videos and listen to this and listen to that. Come out of the noise. Go within. This is a subtle thing that happens because this is the age of information. And so, have you heard of this person who talk about wellness? You heard of that person, this person. I go by this protocol, this regimen, this, and this, and this. Sit down. Sat down. That's how they say it. Sat down. Happy birthday, by the way, Rebecca. My birthday is on Monday. Sit down. Too much noise. Let the Most High speak to you through your inner guidance system. It can happen, I'm telling you. Does that mean, you won't come across something that spark your interest? If you got it on your mind and you first, here's the key, first get rooted in the truth about the reality of God and speak that over that circumstance or situation. The reality is my body is divine. Say that first. I know this to be truth. If you're dealing with an illness right now, I'm going to keep going with the points, y'all. I'm just flowing. Y'all mind? I know I might seem like I'm flowing, but when it comes, I'm jumping, but when it comes, I just want to flow with it. Do you mind? Just take notes, okay? When I got the teacher in me, just tell you, take note. When it's time to take a note, I'm telling you, take a note. But it's okay if I flow. I pray so. Root yourself. All right, she said, we picking up what you're putting down. Ashe. Root yourself. If you're dealing with an illness right now, if you're dealing with a problem right now, if you're dealing with a situation, a circumstance right now, before you go outside of yourself, root yourself in truth. At the beginning of the day and the end of the day, all is well. And everything is working out in my favor. And I know this self wants to get anxious and impatient, and I may get doubtful. But what I do know for true, and I know with my full heart, is that all is well. And I speak to myself. And I'm telling myself in this moment, all is well. I speak that any information that I need will be provided to me. I speak that any person that I need to connect with, I will be connected with that person. I speak that any resource that I need, it will come to me. I speak that I will keep my mind calm. My heart, light. And as I'm being revealed these things, I will be obedient. I will be obedient and patient and at rest, poised in faith, secure in truth. Ashe. Then you allow yourself to be led and guided to the information and the people and the things. That's what you do. That's what you do. And until you root it like that, don't go searching for nothing outside of yourself. For nothing. Don't go searching for a job. Don't go searching for that house. Don't go trying out no car. Don't go looking for a man, a woman. Don't go doing none of that. Don't go trying out all these different spiritual systems, trying out all these different spiritualists. Don't go doing none of that until you root it. That's how you can allow the Almighty's will to be done and not your will. Can I get an Ashe, amen? Jah, Rastafari? All right. I think that word was heard. Now, we got the ears. The ears are down pat. I saw some of you say podcast only, inspirational only, all of that. Sometimes the Spirit even tell me to shut that off. Today was one of them days. Spirit said, shut it down. Give thanks. I just turned it off and listened to the birds. And revelations and coming. I'm seeing stuff and I'm feeling stuff. I say, give thanks. All right. The next thing is we've addressed those eyes, transcending what you're seeing in the physical. We've addressed them ears. Now let's address that mouth. Somebody say, uh-oh. Uh-oh. Let's address that mouth. Ooh. Sometimes before you know it, you done opened your mouth and said something. Lord help us. Lord help us. By the time you look up, you done had a whole conversation. Somebody's put a deep breath. You done had a whole conversation negating everything that you scripted on the new moon. Lord help us. You done negated everything that you spoke during your morning meditation. Lord have mercy. I get it. Your girl deal with it too. You be concerned and all these different type of things. You know, the ego just, and you try your best. You're renunciating, you're affirming, you're doing all these different type of things, and you feel all right. Then some hiccup somebody that make you feel vulnerable. Now you're starting to talk. But I'm telling you, it benefits us to be watchful of the tongue. Be watchful. Control yourself. Discipline yourself. Discipline yourself. Ask yourself, is this in alignment? And are these words that I'm speaking in alignment with what I know would bring me peace, power, joy, balance in the situation that I'm talking about? Is it in alignment with what I desire out of the situation? I was just talking to somebody today. I was texting someone and they were saying how they wasn't feeling the greatest today, and I'm just not feeling good. And I said, well, you know, have you moved your body? Have you did this? Yeah, I've done all that. I said, okay, well, you might just need to go to sleep and try it all over again. And I say, well, I think I'm going to just write down how I feel so I can get it out. I said, may I advise something different? If you write down how you feel and you're sitting there making a list of all these things that you feel, you're only going to multiply and amplify those feelings. What would be better if you write down what you desire to feel. Why are we having these conversations? Queen, what does this have to do with summer solstice? This is the time of shining your light. We want to clean up our ashe. Because some of us are radiating from the solar plexus with some things that no longer serve our greatest good. We've transcended those things, but we still vibing on those frequencies. This is why we're having these conversations. And many of the reasons is connected to our senses. What we see, what we're hearing, and what we're speaking. We clear? This is why I'm having this conversation. So watch it. Your words or your expression is not only your words, but also what you're journaling, what you're writing. So those who love to journal, I tell you, let's not get caught up in writing about the past, writing down what you don't like, that's not what journaling, I mean, that's a form of journaling. But if you really want to use journaling as a mode of prayer, as a mode of affirming, as a mode of plugging in to infinite potential, dormant potentiality, then you will use your journal. If something that's weighing on your heart, okay, speak the light side of it. There's polarities and everything. You feel sad, that makes you want to feel glad. So instead of writing, I feel sad, write, I desire to feel glad. I love it when I feel glad. I look forward to feeling glad. Feeling glad makes me feel amazing. It's saying the same things. It's serving the same purpose, if that makes sense. Switch it up. Be watchful of what you're saying and what you're writing. Even when you're handling situations. I was handling a situation just recently. I had an opportunity, opportunity to be blessed with some financial increase. And they came along with that opportunity. And I wasn't sure how much I would be able to have access to as far as money goes. And so I was hearing myself talk to this person. And in the middle of me hearing myself speak to this person, I said, the thought came to me, let your words be in alignment with what you desire. So my words began to flow in alignment with what I really desired, not from them, but in general when it comes to my finances right now. I have a certain number that I'm praying on, that I would like to see an increase in. So as the Most High bring me opportunities for these increases in income, I'm going to have in mind what I desire fully. I desire a certain amount. I desire for my time not to be taken away from me. I desire to do only those things that I enjoy. To have the things that I desire so that I can feel like I'm staying in alignment with my peace, my power, my joy. And so I heard, like I just could hear myself tell myself, speak what you want. Speak what you want. And thank God I did. Thank God I did. The exact number that I desired from that opportunity came about. And the exact numbers that I desire is working themselves out in other situations on my behalf, with grace going before me. So your words create your angels. Your word creates your angels. Angel, write the word angel down. Now write the word angle down. Angels are angled energy. Your angels are created by your words, your thoughts, what you're projecting out energetically. Make sure, look, in the cartoons, what was it? A white angel that represented like good, and then you had the red angel. Both of them was angels. People don't want to hear that stuff. How is the devil an angel? Both of them are angles, and guess who create those angles? You. You create them. By how you're thinking and by what you're speaking. And so that's the word for tonight. I got my 3 points. I got channel 3. My number's 3. I love it. Transcend what you're seeing. Activate your faith. Look through your divine eye, the eye that looks for the good, the eye that looks for the optimistic way out, the eye that looks for the way. Govern your ears. Stop seeking validation from other people. Letting them fill your ears with, they don't mean no harm, but some of them are casting spells on you. Some of our mamas done cast spells on us. Our fathers has cast spells. Our cousins, friends, spouses. Some of us casting spells on our children from the words you're allowing them to hear through you. One little subtle one, when I was younger, if you asked for something, we can't afford that, I ain't got no money for that, I made a point not to say that to my child. My child come to me talking about something he want, I said, that's give thanks. Everyone have a desire. That's good to have a desire. Manifest it. Instead of saying we can't afford that, no. Give thanks. Give thanks for that desire. It came up as a desire. That means you're on the way. So I may be a co-creator in that manifestation, or you might, however it manifests. Let's see. I just leave it at that. We're not gonna sit and talk about how I'm broke. I can't afford. I can't. Watch it. Come on, you casting spells on your children. Some of your friends casting spells. Stop talking to them. And they don't mean no harm. A lot of it is I care for you. I want you to really think it through. I want you to make the right decision. They feel that way, and I understand that. Govern your ears. And then watch your mouth. Some of you talk too much. You telling too much. You don't have to go tell everything. You don't have to say it all. You don't have to do that. Also, when you're feeling doubtful, shh. When you're feeling fearful, shh. Also, as you're talking to people and as you're just kind of vibing out, be watchful. Just be watchful of what you're saying. Be watchful of what you're saying. All of this is in alignment with my summer solstice message for us is, it's time for us to shine our lights. We're always shining our light. This is a season of shining your light. This is a season of vibrancy, the sun, energy. And so as we radiate this energy during this season of the summer, let's radiate our divinity. Let's radiate the highest radiate the highest level of ourselves. Let's try, at least make an attempt to. Make it our prayers to do so, our intentions to do so. And these are some of the ways, some of them, that we can do that. By transcending what we see and always look for the good. By governing our ears so that we're not hearing things that's creating thoughts and doubts and fears and confusion in our minds. Only listening to things that help us to come to a level of understanding or affirmation or confirmation or revelation. And watching our mouths. And only speaking affirmatively, life-giving. Ashe. I give thanks for that. I give thanks for that word. I give thanks for that word. I feel like it was heard. Heard? Was the word heard? Now, some, if not most, if not all of y'all came for a meditation. So we're going to do a meditation. I promise you. I ain't just here to just talk. But you know how the vibe is. Before we get into the meditation, let us have something on our mind to meditate on, to concentrate. Meditation. Meditation is the effort to raise your consciousness towards divinity. Okay? So I wanted to just give space and time for a word to be channeled. So as we go into our meditations, our mind has been set on something good. Our mind has been set on something good. so that we can experience a meditation that can help us take that word and walk in that. All right. So for this summer season, my desire is to encourage you to shine your light and shine it as the very best of yourself. Shine it as the very best of yourself. And you can do that by governing those things that we talked about. Ashe, governing those things that we talked about. Give thanks. I'm grateful that you all enjoyed the word. Now stay put, stay put. Let us go into a summer solstice meditation. I do encourage you, if you don't have a meditation practice, that you do create one, at least attempt. And it is my desire whenever I host a meditation is to leave you encouraged to feel that you can do this on your own, this meditation on your own. Some people have a very difficult time or feel like they have a difficult time with meditating. Maybe it's because you just feel like you're not doing it right, or some people's their main complaint is I can't clear my mind and I just can't sit still and those type of things. But I say to you now, it's not really about clearing your mind. It's number one about just being still for a little while. And then there are ways that you can settle into a meditative state and then move yourself through a meditation on your own. Okay. This evening, I want to set an intention to do a simple meditation that includes centering yourself, lightening your heart, breath work, and words of affirmation. That's my go-to. I kind of have a flow that I do when I do my own self-meditations and when I do meditations with you all. And that is first, doing some breath work so that you can center yourself, you can ground yourself, relax. Relaxation is very important in meditation. Then once we relax ourselves, then we lighten the heart, because the heart is our center. So it's essential for our heart to stay open, our heart to stay light. And then once your heart is light, your heart is open, we go into the words of affirmation, or what I say, the words of remembrance. The best thing for you to do is to concentrate on remembrance of your divinity. Remember what you are as a divine being, reminding yourself what God is, reminding yourself what this means for you, so that as you close out of your meditation, you are recentered and rooted in the truth of your divinity. That's always my goal of meditations. That covers everything. Seek ye first the kingdom of God and everything else will be added. You do that meditation and you tap into your abundance, you tap into your healing, you tap into all of those type of things. And so that's for me, I feel that kind of format is just powerful all across the board, no matter what it is that you're desiring to invoke in your life, right? Again, just in case anybody taking notes on that meditation format, it's first, centering yourself. So doing some breath work to slow down the breath, slow down the heart rate, relax the body. Once you do that, then you begin to focus on lightening the heart. And once you lighten the heart, then you focus on remembrance. And that remembrance is affirming the reality of God, affirming the reality of your divinity, reminding yourself, programming yourself with that truth, and then you close out. And once you close out on that type of meditation, you already tapped into it all the goodness in your life, you're tapped into it. So if you want to, at that point, add to it at the closing part before you close. If you want to speak some things, like you want to pray on some things, you want to call out some things in your life, then okay. But I say start out with all of those things I just mentioned first. Before you start speaking on anything external, start out on those things. Start out on those things. Sometimes we can get caught up. We're going to do a prosperity meditation. We're going to do this meditation. We're going to do that. And it's okay. I ain't saying it's bad. But I'm saying, listen, the remembrance of what you are can remind you that everything you think you want, you already have. It already is done. So you don't subtly get into that subtle lackful type of meditation because you're trying to invoke something that you feel like you don't have. That's still subtly coming from a place of lack. In the way that I'm speaking is, it's affirming that I affirm that anything that is in alignment with my journey of peace, power, joy, and abundance, it's already done. What I'm doing is reminding myself of that and getting to a place where I am being reminded to stay affirmative, keep my heart light, keep my mind open, affirm that I allow for the revelations to come, I will allow for the guidance to come, and I affirm that I will be obedient in this walk. That's really what it is. Sometimes we're subtly in a space of lack and don't know it. And when you're in a space of lack, guess what you're going to continue to get? Lack. And so we want to always stay in a place of affirming gratitude. You can only be grateful if you realize that it's already done. Ashe? All right. Y'all ready for some meditation? Y'all ready for some meditation? Let's get into it. Let's get into it. Let's get into it. All right. Find yourself in a comfortable position. Let's just settle in after that powerful word. Slowing down the mind, slowing down our heart rate, relaxing the body. Start taking deep breaths in through the nose. And releasing it through the mouth or the nose, whichever one is comfortable for you. We're just gonna take a few of those deep breaths in. Inhaling deeply, slowly, slowing the breath all the way down. And exhaling just as slow. Making sure you exhale all the way out. Settle into where you are. Get comfortable with where you are. You can continue to look at me, but that's not necessary. You can close your eyes and relax. Inhaling deeply and slowly. Exhaling slowly and completely. Relax. Relax your shoulders, your arms. Relax. Inhaling deep into the belly space. Exhaling slowly and completely, feeling the body relax. Relax the hips, the legs. Try to let go of all tension in the body. Release the forehead, drop your jaw. Relax. On that next inhale, inhale deeply, then hold it for a few seconds. Open the mouth gently, exhale. Let's do that a few more times. Inhale deeply, slowly. Hold it for a few seconds. And when you're ready, open the mouth gently, exhale, relax. Let's maybe do that 2 more times. Deep breath in through the nose. Open up all of those energy centers, expand in the body. Hold that breath. And when you're ready, exhale slowly, feeling any stagnant energy release from the body. You should feel the energy flowing in your hands and your feet at this time. You should feel your body relaxing. If you're feeling any pain in the body, bring the inhale to that space. And exhale slowly, releasing that tension. Relax. Totally let go. No need to hold on to anything. No need to think too much. If you have thoughts coming, allow them to float past you, float away. Recenter your attention to the breath and the body. As you inhale, expanding all the space in the body. And as you exhale, relaxing all areas of the body. Relax. Now, as you're fully relaxed, listen to the words that I am stating and allow them to resonate with your heart space. You may place your right hand on your heart, or you may just relax. Continue to inhale and exhale at your own pace, but just stay relaxed. If thoughts begin to distract you, just recenter your attention to the breath and my voice. We come into this physical experience as pure, positive, life force energy. The presence of God expressing through us as us. We come with our own unique purpose, talents, skills, and even our own unique points of healing. But even those points of healing, there is purpose. We come with no labels, no boundaries, no limitations, just pure positive energy with dormant potentiality, ready to be activated. As we begin to grow, we take on these labels and names. We take on the judgments and the suggestions of this world. And so many of us have come to a place of fear, doubt, insecurity, regret, shame, bitterness, anger, sadness. If there is any of that present in you at this moment, take a deep breath in through your nose, slow. Hold that breath. And when you exhale, I am affirming that you are releasing it. With each inhale and exhale, you return to your pure, positive energy, releasing all doubt, fear, angst, worry, shame, or any other stagnant emotion. Opening yourself up to be connected to that dormant potentiality, so that each moment brings you the opportunity to experience something new, something good, something great. As you release all of these things, you connect with that divine beingness that you are, where you are never trapped and there is nothing to fear. You can stand in knowing that all is always working for the good. That by nature, wholeness, healing, wellness, abundance is the path. In this moment, we give thanks for all that we are. Those things that we feel we know, and even those things that we don't intellectually know. We just give thanks. And we open up the room for us to be. Not necessarily feeling like we have to do, but allowing ourselves to just be what we are, who we are. Trusting that we are always covered by grace, and that we always have access to mercy. So we affirm in this moment that we will recalibrate with the knowing and the thoughts and the words of goodness, of life, of peace, of optimism, of victory, of surety. And as we inhale and open up our heart space, we allow ourselves to become poised in assurance. Allow the breath to come to the heart, expand the heart space, and see yourself poised in assurance. No need to seek validation. No need to doubt. No need to fear. For we are told, rest assured. We are told, know that the I am is God. We give thanks for this summer solstice, this new season of shining our lights. We speak as we are calm and poised in assurance, relaxed and open. We speak that we will shine our lights and shine it as our highest selves. And when we don't feel that we are in that space, that we will discipline ourselves and govern our eyes, our ears, our mouth, making sure that we are being obedient to our assignment as co-creators, to be sure that we govern our feelings, our thoughts, and our words. We give thanks for that light. May our light be a ripple effect for our friends and our families and everyone around us. May we not seek to change anything or anyone, but just allow ourselves to be. As we get ready to close, take 3 last deep breaths in through the nose. Allow it to release from the mouth gently. I pray that you hold this vibration of light and lightheartedness as you move about your path during this season. And I look forward to the light that you will be and that you will shine and the glory that will come of it. Ashe. Amen. Amen. We give thanks. Taking your time, come back to this present moment, maybe by wiggling your fingers and toes, giving yourself a little stretch. Give thanks, Ashe. We give thanks, give thanks. I pray that that meditation was beneficial for you, that it left you feeling lighthearted and encouraged for this summer season. I give thanks for you all joining me this evening for this summer solstice. I really do look forward to hearing from you all and how your season is going. Just keep in mind, we are already light beings. And the only way our light begins to dim is when we let the external take over. When we let the external take over. All right? So govern, transcend the eyes, govern the ears, watch your mouth, so that you can be that light. You can shine that light. It is already you. You all are welcome. You all are welcome. Give thanks. Give thanks. I give thanks. And if you need some support, do remember, I offer that one-on-one support. I offer energy clearance, oracle readings, whatever. So get your life coaching, counseling. If you need support, get the support. Okay? Don't get caught up in the seemingly trappings of this external world. Get the support you need. There are many on the line right now who can bear witness to the benefit of that type of support. We go and we invest in so many other things, and we don't invest in that inner space. Sometimes, if not more times than some, you need to invest in the growth, the development, the healing of that inner space. Okay? So just reroute some of them investments you're making in that in that external world, that for those appetites or those desires. Just reroute those investments for a little while. Get your inner space together. Get back recalibrated with you. Okay? Get back calibrated with you, so that you can live your life and shine your light. Okay? Ashe. We give thanks. So for those who don't know, my website is ounministries.com. That's OYUN ministries.com. We give thanks. If you desire to give a love offering for attending this evening, you can give that on my YouTube channel. You can go at the top to the right side. You will see some places where you can give a love offering. Or you can go to my Sunday fellowship page on my website. You can have that on that page, you will see some places where you can give your love offering as well. All right. Or if you're watching this as a replay, you can also look in the caption. I have a place there where you can show your love. We give thanks. I give thanks for the love that you show. I give thanks for the support that you all give to OU Ministries. You all just don't know. You know, we are so blessed with at OU Ministries. You know, the Most High really has a plan for this ministry, one that I can't make up. You know, one that, as you think, I can't make much of it up, okay? And I do give thanks for you all support, financial support, your prayers, your love. You know, I give thanks for that. I really do, because once you take on a calling with your heart, it don't matter what the mind try to tell you. You got to move forward on that calling, okay? You got to move forward on that calling. And so, you know, sometimes it could have your mind as a certain kind of way, you know. But when you take on that calling and you know it's a divine calling, you will be supported and provided for. And I must say that the Most High has used you all to support so much in OU Ministry. So I give thanks for that. And I look forward to everything we have to come. We're growing. The garden is growing. You know, our headquarters is growing. Our event space is growing. You know, and there's some things on the horizon I can't quite talk about right now that is going to be so exciting for us. And it's just so beautiful that we will have a space for eternity that we can utilize, that we can use, that our children can, our children remembering the beautiful garden from their childhood. I just love that. I just love that. I just love that. And they're around like beautiful people. Like you can just see the children mesmerized by the beautiful people around them and so encouraged, you know. So it's just an amazing thing. It's just an amazing thing. So thank you all for your support. Again, if you'd like to give a love offering, you can do that on the YouTube channel up at the top right. Make sure you subscribe to the channel because I will be doing more lives here. I will be posting more here. I'll be focusing a little bit more of my energy on my YouTube channel. And so make sure you subscribe and turn on the bell so you can get notifications when I post and when I go live. All right? Peace and love, y'all. Thank you so much. Enjoy the rest of your summer solstice. Hold the vibrations. Hold the vibrations, okay? Don't be like, you know, you go to church and then you get in the parking lot, you be acting up. Like, don't do that. Hold the vibrations. Remember, we are shining our light. The very best of us. The very best of us. Discipline yourself. Govern yourself, okay? Govern the self. It just be the self. Okay, it just be the self. The I is always, the presence is always there. The presence of the Almighty is always there. But sometimes this self, ooh, Ooh, child. This self that has been just through it. You know, sometimes it just you gotta govern it. Govern the self. Okay? Peace and love, y'all. Peace, peace. Thank you all for joining. Peace.